Hello and welcome to the first edition of Off the Tee. This is episode number 1. I'm Doug Bishop and this is...
Nathan Lister.
There we go. We're basically just starting a podcast ready to hit the internet world.
As you'll see, it's going to be a bit awkward, the first podcast, as we get a grips with the whole talking to no one, but talking to each other.
Yeah.
But
No, it's not even live or anything, is it? So it's just...
We're just awkward people.
Well, yeah, really awkward. But we know quite a bit about golf. Yeah, sorry, it's a podcast about golf. That's why it's called Off the Tee.
Yeah, so the podcast is going to be based on a lot of stuff, talking about stuff that's going on in the golfing world, Opens, Majors, the European Tour, the PGA Tour, and also about personal experiences, some funny stories, and hopefully in future we'll have a few guests on as well. We'll see what it brings.
Yeah, we also have another guy who's meant to be doing this called Jeb.
Jeb Gay.
Yeah, that's his surname. It genuinely is. We're not being critical of the alphabet people or anything like that. But yeah.
But yeah, he's meant to be here, but he had a bad round today. Not as bad as me or you, but
no, mine weren't that bad.
Mine was very bad.
Yeah.
We'll get on to that later.
Yeah.
But first of all, we'll talk about myself and Doug, and just give you a background of what we know about golf and where we've started. So Doug, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first, mate?
I'll go first if you want. I started playing golf when I was, I think, about 10, 11. My dad got me into it. He weren't that good. He overswung the club. He hit it pretty straight, but he had some old bladed Slassengers.
Oh, good old Slassengers.
Yeah. And the grips were that old. There wasn't rubber anymore. You know, they were like, you know, when it just rocks solid.
Yeah,
you know, like plastic.
And your glove just goes completely black after using it.
Yeah, they're just ridiculous. I started playing with them, and the wood's like, you know, one of the screws in the front of the 2 wood was like bent outwards a little bit, so it went flat across the surface. So it was hit or miss if it went straight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you miss hit one of them.
Yeah. Well, you have to miss it to hit it. Well, you have to miss it to hit it straight. So yeah, I got into golf like that. I joined a local club, Halesowing Golf Club. Got pretty good. Got pretty low.
What was your lowest handicap?
I think I got to around 4.
Oh, quite good. Ian Poulter went pro at that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you look like him as well.
Yeah, no, I'm better looking than Ian Poulter.
Come on.
Yeah, and yeah, it was quite an easy course though, that one. It's kind of like Alfred Lee, the one we're at, quite a short course.
Yeah, so the course we play at is 5,500 yards.
Yeah, it's not that big, is it?
It's quite technical, I guess.
Yeah,
a lot of
it is made longer through the uphill.
Like it's
par 4s. Do you know what I mean?
It's nowhere near flat. Like
no.
If you think of a linksy course being relatively flat, this is a proper parkland. You're going down 1,000 foot and up 1,000 foot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just one hole.
Fucking knackering. Yeah.
Mate, me and Dan did 4 rounds of golf there in a day for that longest day of golf, and like the last round, walking up the 16th, which we call Cardiac Hill. Man, like my heart was beating so hard.
Yeah, when you get to your shot, you're like, I need a rest.
Is it over yet?
Yeah. Well, yeah. The what was on about the
I rudely interrupted you. Yeah. Sorry, mate.
My route into golf got down low, reached the age of 18, 17, and just went a completely different way. Just not the wrong way.
Going out,
and stopping out, and all that kind of stuff. Like ruined my future, I was told.
Could have been a pro, they say.
Yeah, I would have been a pro. Just depends what level, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, exactly. You could be any sort of pro, can't you?
Yeah, there's many levels. So, then I got back into it when I was in casinos. Got quite good then. Got down, I'd reckon I was about 9 or something, 9 handicap on slightly tougher courses. And packed in again. and I'm back into it again now. I'm playing off around 9 at the minute.
So it's like you started quite young, got quite into it, completely went off golf, and then found your love of it again, but then lost interest. But now you're back on it, and you're pretty much like fully in love with golf again, aren't you? Really?
Yeah,
like,
big time.
Like we're golfing like 2-3 times a week, or as much as we can. Like, especially now the sun's out.
Yeah.
It's
every chance I get, go out and play. Although I played terrible today, but anyway,
we'll talk about that later, mate.
Yeah, I know.
We'll save the juicy bits for later.
Yeah,
but, myself, I really only got into golf like about 4 or 3 years ago. I was really like heavily into cricket, so when I was brought up from the age of like 6 or 7, I was playing like men's cricket.
Short backswing.
Yeah, very short backswing. I'm working on it. E.g., I play a lovely fade slice.
Yeah.
Now and again. But yeah, I played cricket from like 7 till when I was probably about 25. But I got a lot of injuries and kind of got annoyed with being hurt all the time and getting people bowling.
Cricket's like that though, isn't it?
Yeah, you got
everyone. It's so brutal on your body. I'm sorry,
mate. It's horrible. Like I used to bowl like pace, like a decent pace. I guess I was like the 70s to 80s sort of mark. Like not rapid, but not slow. And obviously you run in and you landing on your front foot. You're chucking your whole body through it, and you're doing that 6 times 12. So 72 times over and over again. That's if you don't bowl wide ball as well.
I think I bowled a few balls at the kids' party.
Oh yeah, did they know you were bowling it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like doing a bit of spin, nothing heavy. I only did about 20 balls, and the next day my shoulder was like someone's booted me in the shoulder.
That's what.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what
I was like bowling to little kids who couldn't even hit the thing. And I was like, oh yeah, got ya.
How's that? Mate, like, from when I was like young, like I would go to, me and my mate would go to the nets and we would literally just bowl like all day, like 4 hours. I'd wake up next day and I'd be fine. I got to about 22 and I woke up one day and I was like, whoa. Like I could not move. I was like, this is horrible. And then, but back to the golfing part of it, I pretty much packed in cricket. And I picked up golf with one of my mates. I started playing at China Fleet, which is just across the river. Obviously, we're from Devon. This China Fleet's just based in Cornwall. And started playing there. And when I started, I was a proper 34 handicap.
Really? I don't think I've ever... No, I'm not saying... No, honestly, a 24 was my... that's what I started at, 24.
I'm telling you, I was a 34. Like,
was you?
I found it hard. Like, on 18 birdies, I remember I looked back at it quite a while ago, and I could see my previous scores, and it was like 120,
really?
160. And I remember being happy hitting them.
Really?
Yeah, and then I broke 100, and I was like, oh, this is good, this is. And at the time, I was kind of like in and out of playing cricket, and I thought, I'll make the decision to stop playing cricket. And I moved across to Ivy Bridge and I joined Elford Lee. And as soon as I joined Elford Lee, that was when my handicap actually came down. So in one summer, I went from being like a 28 to a 18.
Yeah, and then, I remember you saying that's pretty good going now, isn't it?
Yeah, like you can, when you play with me though, you can tell like I haven't been playing that long. Like if you look at how you play and look how I play, you can see there's like, don't want to big you up too much, but some sort of pedigree.
Yeah, well, you can if you showed some at a younger age.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm learning it as like trying to get an old dog
Plus,
new treats.
The thing, what I've noticed about, sorry to interject.
That's right.
Is have you noticed with players today, because there's so much coverage of golf and YouTube and all blah blah blah, the amount of golfers I see who swing the ball like in a practice swing. I'm not saying you particularly. And they look like they've got a beautiful swing, and it looks like they're copying someone's swing, which is fair enough. Getting. But when they play the ball,
like a whippet,
it's a completely different swing. They've got this swing. I was like, wow, that guy's swing looks good. His practice swing. I want to watch him hit his shot, and I'm like, you look like a mongrel.
Is this what you were thinking of me today, was it?
No, not you, no.
Oh, okay.
No, you've got your own style of swing, which is
Yeah.
good. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, I saw someone swing, trying to look like McElroy with his beautiful swing, and in the guy's like practice swing, I was like, wow, that looks really nice.
Yeah.
And he come to hit his shot, he was nothing like that swing. Do you know what I mean?
It's so difficult because I think the way that people used to, like when I first, I mean, it's only 3 or 4 years ago, I had my first lesson, and they were trying to change like everything about me.
Yeah.
And I had a lesson, a month ago, and it was just little things. They were just trying to do little things. I think with the introduction of like Wolf and I can't say his name, Makawawa?
Marijuana, is it? No. Marijuana.
Pina colada.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Yeah,
I can
but like,
see his name, but I just can't say it.
But people with like different swings, with the introduction of all of them coming up, people being like, well, people can find their own swing.
Yeah.
And
that's how it used to be, though, because there's been a massive period since I think Woods come around.
Yeah.
That everyone was trying to, and obviously Faldo kind of had the perfect swing, couldn't spin the ball very much. And everyone trying to get this perfect swing instead of just like a natural swing.
Yeah.
Because
the perfect swing might not work. Like for me, like I would not be able to do a full swing because of the amount of like my body's gone through with going to the gym and playing cricket, and so I'm just not flexible enough to do something like that.
Well, I'm the same, mate. That's why I've got a bit of a chicken wing, on my left arm when I get to the top. But I was thinking, fuck, maybe I should get rid of that. And I watched a few videos, and the amount of pros who have chicken wings as well. You don't all, even Justin Thomas has a chicken wing, slight chicken wing at the at the top. The top of his backswing. And I was like, well, maybe not then.
Yeah, well, if they can do it and make it work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not something. Even Jordan Speed's got one. There's quite a few players.
We're trying to be like 30% or 20% or 10% of what they are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's one of those things. Like,
yeah.
I digress.
Yeah, that's fine.
but that's pretty much me golfing. Now I'm a 11 handicap.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have thought that today. I mean, we had our club champs today.
Yeah.
I nearly killed someone on the first day.
Oh my God.
You forget about it, did you?
That was...
I never will. That's engraved.
Was it... weren't a shank, was it? It was
No. Should I set the scene? Right.
Yeah, go on.
We step up on the ball, on the tee. It's a 4-ball. Jeb, Jeff, and Doug all hit theirs down the fairway. Quite nice. I'm stood on the tee. I remember standing over the ball. I got my rescue in my hand. Just got hit at 200 yards. That's it. Like, just nice little shot down. I remember thinking, here you go, Nath. Club champs, boy. Let's go. And as soon as I hit that, I knew, oh my God, I pulled it. Right, but I didn't know I pulled it that low. So I looked up. But by the time I looked up, this guy was on the floor on the green to just like kind of, 20 yards to our left?
Yeah.
And it was a big pull, I guess, but it wasn't like the worst pull in the world.
Dead straight.
Yeah, it was just dead straight left. Yeah. And it came out like an absolute stinger, lowy, at about 1 million miles per hour rocket. And this guy just landed. Luckily was watching me.
It was going towards his head, like full force, ball, 100 mile at however fast it was going over that.
But
like,
Jeff described my reaction as... Because by the time I hit it, it was already there at him, and he was on the floor. I'm there like, oh, I'm sorry, shit, sorry. But and then I looked over at you guys. You guys are all like, oh, that would have literally killed him, and I'm there feeling so bad.
It would have.
I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just not that good.
Yeah.
Came here, first shot of my club champs. My first club champs as well. Like, I've never played a club champs before, no. And yeah, that ruined me, and I think I went on and got a double bogey that hole.
I actually didn't think. I feel more pressure when we play in our own society. To be honest, I just was hungover today, and I was shaking. I literally had the shakes on the first, but I had a putt like that, like and I couldn't. I was like that. It was just like, just from beer coming out all my pores.
It is like that. We've got our own society, which we have. I think we have like 26 or 30 members, and we play every month, and we just go around Cornwall and Devon because that's where we're based, and just basically just play different courses, try and get some good ones in, and it's all about basically it's more the social side of things, but there's a lot of, I think all of us are quite competitive.
Yeah.
And well, Doug's won it twice.
Yeah.
I'm yet to win it. I've come second 3 times, which is pretty decent.
Yeah, I did have bandit handicap at the time.
Yes. Like, you won your first one as an 18 handicap, and you're actually an 8. Like,
I hadn't played in ages. That was only my second round in 2 years, so I just thought 18.
That's what I thought as well. And then you came in and won it, and I was like, you bandit. but yeah, it was a. We'll talk a bit about our site here and maybe a couple other podcasts and stuff. We'll save some of that content, and we'll skip on to the next part. We've basically described of what our podcast is going to be. It's basically going to be a bit like this. We're going to talk random chat, and then we're going to talk about subjects that have happened, like recent golfing, so like the US Open, the Open that's coming to the Royal St George soon, and stuff like that, basically, and just make it golf related whilst talking a lot of crap.
Yeah, that segues us into the US Open that we was going to talk about.
It is. Look how weird.
I know.
So our first point is the US Open that was just played. It would been when this comes out. It'd been 2 weeks ago actually.
Yeah,
a bit late behind the times.
I know.
But yeah, Jon Rahm won. The week before, he had to withdraw from the Memorial tournament due to testing positive to COVID, and he had a 6-shot lead as well.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just fed up of hearing about COVID, but go on.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not saying you're boring.
No, we're all like it, aren't we? We're all just COVID. Just
yeah. Carry on. Sorry.
But basically, he got told that he played the first 3 rounds. We had a 6-shot lead over Colin and Peter Cantlay, and he had to withdraw.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I think surely that he could just.
Who won it? Cantlay won in the end.
Cantlay won it on a playoff hole.
Did he dedicate anything to him in his?
I can't remember. You know what? I remember
because he looks a bit of a miserable bastard, doesn't he, Cantlay? Do you know he does, doesn't he?
Sorry if you're listening to this, Peter Cantlay. No, but like, yeah. Like I wanted Colin to win because he's a young gun.
Yeah.
And he won the PGA last year, and I thought, if he wins the Memorial now, that would be really good for the US Open coming in. But they went to a playoff. I think they played 2 playoffs. They did. They played 2 playoffs.
I don't know. I didn't keep up with that one.
Mate, I stayed up and watched it as well.
Did you?
Yeah, like I was getting way into it because I'm a big Jon Rahm fan, and like so I was watching the first couple of days. Like, Jon is absolutely killing this, and then you could see as soon as they said it to him, it went like quiet. You could see the marshal or whoever it is come up to the referee or whatever they call him, come up, and he was like, he's tested positive, and
for cocaine. Sorry.
that's the rest of them on that. Yeah. But like, he tested positive, and that was it. But
got it.
But then,
isn't it?
But then next one, he comes back to the US Open after now he's tested negative for it. It's a par 71. He shot a 69, so a 2 under, 1 under, 1 over, and then he just storms the last round with a 4 under.
Yeah, the 2 last holes, 2 birdies, those putts.
Oh, mate, those putts as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not a massive Jon Rahm fan.
Mate,
I wanted Louis there's another one, isn't there? Oosthuizen.
Oh,
Never pronounced
Mr.
it.
Gappy Tooth.
Oh, I think he's class, man. He's got some personality, that guy.
His swing as well.
Yeah. He doesn't hit it miles, but it's solid.
He seems like he's been on a tour though for ages.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I don't know. Jon Rahm's a bit grumpy for me. He ain't no Seve.
No, but to me, like, he's just serious and he's just really passionate.
Yeah.
And that's a bit like what I just burped right down the microphone there.
Yeah, nice.
Sorry if you heard that.
I know what you're saying. I saw him on an interview talking about his equipment, and not an interview, one of the Callaway bloody, promo videos or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You're asking the wrong guy here, because I just pick it up, and if I like it,
I use it.
And they're asking him, what shaft do you have, or with this, he's like, A silver one.
See, he was with TaylorMade, and I think TaylorMade helped him out a lot because TaylorMade are they've nailed marketing.
Yeah.
Like they have just got it. So I think they've told him what to say all the time, and now he's gone to Callaway, and he's a bit like on his own.
Yeah.
So they're like, he's like, oh, I hit a stick.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, mate, I absolutely love him. I think he's amazing. We'll have to disagree on that one.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. I don't mind it. I just wanted Louis to win.
But mate, the last round, I remember watching it, and I remember because Rory teed off, and I was like, okay, he's gonna mess it up somewhere. Like he's in too good a position. But
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's in his head, isn't it? Really, with Rory.
yeah. But then you got there's a couple other names there. Like Wolf was playing all right, I think.
Yeah.
But I saw John Rahm, and after the first few holes, I was like, his head's gone. And all of a sudden, he started making some pars.
Yeah, but that's what that course does, isn't it? It looks like they're doing shit, but it's so tight, isn't it? Because it's such a tough course.
Oh, and
you can keep in it if you don't,
Yeah, like
it looks that way anyway because the score is only like 2 or 3 shots, but those 2 or 3 shots difference actually thinking of it is quite a lot, isn't it?
massive.
3 shots on that course.
Yeah, I mean, well, after John Rahm won this one though, he got up to first place in the rankings. And he knocked DJ off his throne. So DJ's been number 1 now since he won the Masters, I think.
Yeah, he's only got how many majors? DJ got? He's only got one.
No, he's won the PGA, I think. I think he's got 2.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, because he won one a while ago.
He came second in it, and then the year after
he won the Masters with no one there, didn't? Well, the COVID one.
Yeah, no one was there, but people were there. But it wasn't like no patrons or anything up there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So John Rahm won. The conditions up there. Are you on TikTok?
I'm not.
No. Oh.
I watch a few, but only the ones my daughter shows me. So
basically, Ian Potter. She wouldn't have shown you anything golf related. So
anyway, she shows me new Pro V on the tee.
Yeah.
And it goes, and there's water on the right, and then it goes, I'll never see you. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Never see you again.
Never see me again.
Class they are.
There's literally any water.
Yeah.
Get the pinnacle out.
Yeah. He's slazzing Jack.
But Ian Poulter, he's quite heavily on TikTok, and he does a. Do you know that song when it goes, "Oh no, oh no"?
Yeah.
Well, Ian Poulter has his ball and he drops it into the rough on his practice rounds, and the ball just disappears.
Yeah.
And mate, we would lose 1 million balls if we played there because we're not we struggle finding in our wispy light grass.
But that does kind of put into perspective when certain players do go in the rough who are not that strong.
Yeah.
And they
struggle.
They're not any particularly stronger than. All right, they're an athlete, but it's a golfing athlete, which is all right. Not everyone's Bryson, are they?
No.
And they get a 7-iron behind it because in some massive rough, and it only goes 50 yards onto the fairway. Do you know what I mean?
I could do that.
Yeah, you probably could. That's what I mean. Just try and absolutely hammer it out the rough,
mate.
But then you get Bryson who just hits one on the green.
Yeah, just hits like a pitching wedge, 200 yards. But mate, if I was in that sort of rough, that I would literally look over at you, make sure you weren't watching, and teed it up. It would be a generous foot wedge out.
Yeah.
But the playing conditions were extremely tough up there. Greens were quick. I think they were a bit more receptive on the first couple of days. If I remember rightly, I think they had something called
mist.
It was like sea mist, wasn't
it? They just called it some poncy name.
They did.
It was just because even one of the Aussie commentators I saw, he was like, "It's called fog. Where I'm from, mate." They mist. What's wrong with mist?
But the thing is, they said it, and I was like,
"Yeah, what's it? A something layer? Yeah. A marine layer?
A marine layer, yeah."
Yeah.
They said that, and I was like, we get that in Plymouth. Like.
Yeah, we call that fog.
We call the hoe layer.
Yeah, the hoe layer.
But it was just I was just like, okay, it's a bit of mist. Like it will lift.
Yeah,
Calm down. And they're all like talking about it, like, oh, thanks. But the greens were a lot more receptive on those 2 first days.
yeah, with the moisture in them. Yeah,
Yeah. And then it got hard, and it did get hard. Next, brings us to next thing now about Rory. He was looking really good. He shot a 1 under and a 1 over, and then he had a 4 under, and then a 1 over last round.
Yeah.
2 over last round.
I mean, it's still good scoring.
Yeah, it's not the worst. He was tied 7th,
Yeah,
but Rory's just really annoying because like he's got the best swing,
I know it is, isn't it?
and it's just like he's just, to me it seems like he gives up really fast.
His head drops so, but you can tell it's actually dropped. You know when you say his head's dropped, right? But it looks like he just, the way he walks and
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Oh,
Not gonna get my 50 million, so I'll settle for 1.
yeah, that's how it looks.
Yeah, but
It's in his head, isn't it? Really?
it's annoying because if you look at videos of when he was playing like the Ryder Cup at Celtic Manor and all that, like he might have dropped his head now and again, but it was more passion. Like he was like, oh, and then he'd get back up, then he'd play another really good shot. Whilst now he just seems like he wants it easy all the time. You got to win majors, to win these sort of competitions, you need to have graft.
Yeah.
I don't think he has it anymore.
No, I mean, Tiger Woods, in contrast to that, he used to say if he had a mega shit hole, as soon as he walks off that green, it was just like blinkers on.
Next hole.
Next hole. Forget that. Next one. It just like seems like he doesn't do that. I mean, I'm sure he's got a mental coach, hasn't it? A mental coach.
He will probably have like a meditation ghost coach, but like he will have all these people, and it's he's just such. It's just. I mean, he hasn't done bad. Like his career is amazing.
No, it's amazing. He's got. Is it 4 majors?
Yeah, just hasn't done the Grand Slam yet.
Hasn't got the Masters, has he?
No, I don't think he will.
Not after losing it, because he lost it, didn't he, on the last day?
Yeah,
with that horror round.
But then even the last majors, like he had a bad first day, and that just put him out of contention. But then the next 2 days, he played really well.
Yeah, but the pressure's off then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you noticed as well, on the last day of a few majors, like at the Masters, when he was out of contention, the last day he shot like a 6 under or something stupid, and you're like,
you can do it.
You can do it, but it's easier to do it when you're not in contention.
Yeah.
And you just.
And there's no pressure.
Yeah.
But it's still like, he's a professional. He should be able to overcome that.
He should, yeah, I know.
It's just so repetitive with him, though. It's like, yes, he's going to do it, but I wouldn't bet on him. Oh, he's bailed it.
Yeah. But he has been working on his swing, hasn't he?
He's gone through a lot of changes.
Because he obviously wants to get into the Bryson territory of hitting longer.
I think that's where he's kind of gone off the last year. Like, he got to number 1, and then he started chasing distance.
Yeah.
He was long anyway.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Like, mate, chill.
I know.
Bryson's just a different breed.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you say. If you hit it massive like that, you're always going to suffer in other areas. You're not perfect at everything.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods wasn't number 1 in anything of like all the statistics. He was up there.
Yeah, but just averagely, not averagely, but the
just
highest
good
tier.
Just really good at everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he said that. I remember an interview with him. He was like, I was never top of the putting stats, never top of the driving stats.
Always top of the leaderboard.
But always, because his average on everything was better than everyone else's average.
Consistently better.
Yeah.
Well, talking about Tiger, you can't talk about Tiger without talking about Phil.
Oh, he's one of my favourite players.
Scrolling down.
Easily one of my favourite players. He's definitely my dad's favourite player, because my dad always, before I actually really liked Phil Mickelson, my dad was, he's my favourite player. I was like, why? And he's like, because he just looks like
Bob down the pub.
Bob, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Just look like a normal person. I mean,
and he looks like he's got some banter as well,
mate.
Do you know what I mean?
They did a. Do you remember when it was COVID and they did a video of Rory, Ricky Fowler, Wolf, and DJ, and they mic'd them all up, And
I didn't see it, but I know what you're on
It
about.
was the most boringest thing ever. Like,
Was it?
It was all right, I guess.
Yeah.
But like Wolf had a bit of chat, and there was a few jokes now and again. But DJ's quite dry. Like, but they did the same sort of thing. But they did Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods. As an NFL player.
Oh, the New England Patriots one
Yeah.
who moved.
Bradley.
Oh, what's his name? Yeah, he's not with them anymore. He moved to.
I don't watch it.
Is it Miami? Oh, I can't remember.
Him basically,
yeah.
and
The
someone
greatest quarterback of all time. He
Tom
is.
Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom
that's it.
Brady. Yeah. And they had him, and I can't remember who the other one was. Who
It's all right.
Tiger. Oh, basically, but we watched that, and you could, like the way that Phil and Tiger were just chirping each other. You could just tell like the history between them two, the amount of banter going through them. It was such a good watch.
Because they didn't used to talk at one stage.
No,
ages ago.
I guess it was so serious between them.
Yeah.
Like Phil must have been like, this guy's winning everything.
Yeah, but Tiger's had that with Ernie Els as well, years and years ago.
Oh,
Ernie
really?
Els was just transfixed on beating Tiger. He just took his eye off everything else and just had. Remember watching some of his whole mental coach and everything. It was just transfixed on that, and it kind of hurt his game a little bit.
You should bring out a book, I the Tiger.
Yeah. But yeah, Phil Mickelson, he's got. I think he's class, man.
Man, I think everyone likes Phil because of his creativity.
Yeah, around the green particularly.
Oh my god, like man could literally be 5 foot away from the green and just play an absolute stonking flop shot, lands it an inch past.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you that good at the?
I know.
Like I'm just there thinking about a bump and run.
Yeah.
But he won the PGA to become the oldest player to win a major.
He was 50, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean that's unreal. And he shot -6, won by 2 shots. Difficult course. Tiger even tweeted something like that's to get him motivated, because obviously Tiger's coming back from another rehab of crashing another car, and man, he's such a good driver of the ball. He's just such a bad driver of a car.
Yeah, I know.
But so he's coming back. He said it was.
Well, apparently he can only just walk at the minute.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
did you see the car?
Yeah, it was mangled, wasn't
Mate,
it?
it was unreal. Like Tiger's
He's not going to come back to golf though, surely.
He is. He's trying.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, yeah, he can play. He's going to be able to play.
Never say Tiger won't come back.
I know.
Because they did that to him before, didn't they? And then he came back and won the Masters. Well, I think he won like the So-So in Japan. That was what kicked it off. Because I remember watching the So-So the last day, and I was like, "Why is Tiger? Like, I thought he was gone."
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, done, won, Masters won, and you're like, "Oh, here we go. He's back." And he's been quite decent until he decides to do that again. But oh well, at least he's not getting done for anything illegal.
Yeah.
I've been following him. Like obviously, everyone follows Tiger, but he's got his son Charlie, don't they? That plays.
Yeah.
Him. I mean, he's got a nice swing.
Oh, he got a hole in one with him. Did you see that?
Oh, what Tiger did?
No, the
Charlie
son.
did.
Charlie did.
Oh bloody hell!
They was playing together in some whatever, and he got bloody hole in one. It's like, you spawny bastard.
have you got one yet?
I've had hole in one. Well, when I was like 15.
How old is he? He's like probably 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I've not even come close to getting a hole. I mean, I've been close. When I say not coming close, I mean I haven't been looking at it and thinking, is it going to go in? I mean, I've hit one, it's gone like stopped like that, but at no point I've been like, is it going to go in?
Mate, the 12th at
because the one I got was like a slice. It hits a bank and just rolls, and that
my hole in one was literally like that. It was a pitching wedge, and I thinned the crap out of it, and I heard it hit the pin like poop. I was like, that's going to be about 15 foot past. That's hit it hard. And I walked over, it was just wedged in there, and I was like, oh. And the guys I was playing with, they were like, you jammy fucker.
Yeah, I know.
And I was there like, well, and the good thing was I knew that they were shooting off straight away afterwards. So I didn't have to go in the bar and buy anyone a drink.
Yeah.
So I was quite happy about that.
Well, I was like 15 or whatever.
Get the beers in, boy.
Yeah, there was no one never used to be anyone at the course after 6 o'clock of a Sunday evening. There was in the clubhouse, maybe. No, because the clubhouse was closed till like 8. or something like that. It used to
Okay.
close. It was many years ago, and you know the bar used to, but it was empty in there. It's empty, just me and my mate on the golf course.
So you just chirped up. Anyone want a Coke?
Yeah, no,
No. Okay.
no, that's good.
Just me and mates. half a Coke each, please.
Yeah.
Why have I got half a pint? I meant a line. So Phil, back to Phil, not cocaine, right?
Yeah.
So Phil, he won the PGA. Did you actually think he would win the US Open at any stage at all leading up to it?
Who? Phil.
Phil.
Oh, coming into this US.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking no, he won the PGA.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
after he won the PGA, did you have any inkling that?
I wanted him to, but
I didn't think it was possible.
no, he was never really in it, was he? Because I watched it from day one, and
He went over par quite
Yeah.
early. I think he made the cut, didn't he? Everything. I can't even remember.
I think he did. Yeah.
I just remember him fizzling out, and then I just stopped following it. I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a few people following around the first day, and I think you could tell by the people watching it, they were like,
Yeah.
Phil gone fucked up.
Yeah. You can't keep that going.
Nah, I really wanted him to like be in contention on the last day.
Yeah. Same.
Because that had been such a buzz, and
Yeah.
all we had to do really was get in contention. Because I reckon a lot of people, the younger guys, would have buckled seeing someone
Yeah.
like Phil behind them. That's
Yeah.
what they did at the Open.
Yeah.
At the PGA even, there was a few people there or could win it, and because Phil was the big name and he's been there, done it, and seen it,
Yeah.
everyone just panicked and
Yeah. Well, that's what Nicholas used to do. He always, excuse the pun, come from behind.
what pun?
Yeah. I don't know. I know. Yeah. Excuse the dirty saying, but he used to come from behind. You know, unlike Tiger, who was a front runner all the time, your leader. You know, he would be mostly leading or at the top, whereas
Yeah.
Nicholas would just be like, you know, that's
Just
what my dad used.
sweeping and
Sweep in and come through the group and take it. But Tom Watson, the Open, how many years ago was that? I don't know if you remember. I was watching it.
no.
He must have been in his 60s, wasn't he? At the time, 50 something. Nearly won the Open, lost it on the
Oh.
last day.
Yeah. Because what's it? Who won the Open? I think Clark.
Darren Clark. He
Darren
was
Clark.
40.
He was 40, was he?
Yeah,
Mate, he looked a lot older than that.
he did, didn't he?
Yeah. I remember thinking, who's this guy?
That's when golfers were still drinking heavily and not going to the gym.
Mate,
You know, because they still like a good drink, golfers. You can see by the guts on them, can't you?
Yeah.
Even though they're like got a, you know, they're
Mate,
pretty toned, you can see they're like a good meal and a wine after the game.
There's a video of Rambo with the US Open trophy, and he's just filled it up with beer. And he's just there.
Who's that?
John Rahm.
Really?
Yeah, and he's just like, everyone's just like around it, and he's just drinking, and he's just striping this like fluorescent, like glow in the dark ball, just
Yeah.
hitting it outside the hotel and stuff. And you just look at him, you're like, mate, you like a beer.
Yeah,
You like a beer. But
and a burger.
mate, why do all these golf pros have like stunning wives as well?
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, but they've got
You know,
money.
I actually worked when I went. I worked on a cruise line in a casino, and it was just me and my missus who got a job on this small. It was a cruise ship, but it was quite small. And this person, one week, someone rented the whole cruise ship out.
What?
Right, and one of my duties when the casino was open was to take swipes of credit cards at the time. You know, one of those machines, if you remember
okay.
them. And like that's what I had to do in the day. It was like pretty boring. I was looking at the day. And anyway, I've took this card and I've looked, and it said Ben Crenshaw, who was like ex-Ryder Cup. He's won the Masters and that. And I've gone, Ben Crenshaw. I've looked up, and it was Ben. He'd hired the whole
Really?
cruise ship out,
Jeez.
and his missus was absolutely. He looked about 110 at the time, which he was like, wow. She'd just been in Sports Illustrated,
Oh man.
and he was such the nicest bloke ever.
Yeah.
He's such a great guy. Yeah,
I mean, that's
brilliant bloke.
That's a lot of them are like that though. Like JT, Justin Thomas. I can't remember the guy, but there's a guy. There's a lot of hype about him. He's been on a lot of mini tour events. And he got through, and he actually got onto his first PGA event. I can't remember this guy. He's quite a big set guy. And after the event, Justin Thomas came up to him and gave him an undisclosed amount of money and said,
Really?
Yeah, it literally just went up to him. Like, it must have been like a fair bit.
Yeah.
It was like the guy was like in tears.
Yeah.
Like, so it's
Life changing.
Yeah, so it must be enough to keep him on tour, because this guy's been battling for years and years and years, trying on the mini tours, winning stuff, getting really close, but then just not hitting the mark.
Not getting to that next level.
Yeah, yeah, and then he got into it, and then JT just gave him this. He said, I appreciate what you've done, what you're doing, and I hope this helps you forward. And
that's nice. I like him, Justin Thomas.
Mate, he's amazing. Like, he got
good
ridiculed.
guy.
He got ridiculed
about...
about...
because he said something gay, didn't he? He went, that's fucking gay, isn't it?
No, he said...
faggot.
Faggot, yeah.
He was talking to the ball, wasn't he? Or something like that,
It was just like me saying, oh, fuck's sake. Like,
yeah.
He didn't mean it as in anything.
That's modern day fucking...
Rainbow.
Virtue signalling bullshit, wokist nonsense. You've just offended this group by just saying that word, you know.
He didn't mean it, man.
He was just talking to the ball, going, "You fuck or whatever," you know. All right,
it's not the right word, but
no.
he's my God, like, just take the blame mics off him. Like, I know he's not meant to say it. I know where everyone's coming from, but it's just so over the top. Like, he'll do a written apology. He'll say, look, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
Let it go. But no, Ralph Lauren, because he's the only golfer sponsored by Ralph Lauren. And I'm probably saying that wrong. You're like, Ralph Lauren.
Oh.
But,
Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, but he got dropped by them.
Did they drop him?
Yeah, they dropped him.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they dropped him. So imagine that dropping him. That's a big paycheck being dropped there.
Yeah.
So now I don't know what he's wearing now, but he has got his own sort of clothing brand sort of thing as well.
Good for him.
JT something, I don't know. But it's such a
storm in a teacup, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I don't know how we got to that conversation.
I know,
but we got there. Oh, well.
Yeah.
We'll put a line across that, and we'll talk about our big topic.
Bryson and Brooks.
Yeah. The beef.
Yeah, I actually don't know how it started. All I know is
sit tight, and I will tell you.
Make sure you paraphrase it.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, in our notes, I've just copy and pasted Golf Digest. I won't read it all out. I'm just gonna kind of say it how it is.
Yeah.
You know, I could probably just do it off the top of my head. I'm not gonna go through all these things, but basically, Bryson and Brooks, they used to be like, I wouldn't say mates, but they used to do like adverts together. So there was a HSBC ad, and it was Bryson and Brooks.
Yeah.
In like lab gear.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, and they did this commercial together, and they look quite like chummy, I guess. I don't know if they were made to do it together or whatever, but on from that, there was all this stigma about slow play. Do you remember?
Okay, yeah.
Remember all this
towards Bryson, or because he's a slow player, isn't he?
Yeah. So in general, it was a lot of slow play going around, and Brooks was speaking out of how he didn't like the slow play.
Yeah.
And one of the people who was slow play was Bryson.
Yeah.
And he was really slow. And Brooks basically splashed out and said, like, why can't Bryson be quicker? Yeah, and basically after that, Brooks went publicly gripping about slower players, and this was back in 2019. And Bryson was basically on Twitch, which is like a gaming stream sort of thing. And he said something about, because obviously Bryson's trying to be this fitness guru, man. And he basically said about how Brooks doesn't have, or has a lack of abs.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me which golfer has abs.
Well, obviously Bryson at the time, I guess.
Yeah.
But Brooks came back with a picture of his major trophies. Obviously, he's got 4.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you are right, Bryson. Like, I don't have a 6-pack. I've only got 4." Obviously, Bryson doesn't have any. At the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was a bit of that was where it all started, kind of. And then they were playing a competition, and Bryson was about to take a shot, and he had these ants near his ball, so he called the referee over. Obviously, playing. I think Brooks wasn't playing with him, but obviously he heard about it, and with all the stigma about slow play, it just made things absolutely more slower. The ref had to come across, looked at the ball, said, "Yes, there's ants there."
Yeah.
He said he wants free relief from it. You're not getting free relief.
I
Just
know.
hit the ball.
The hell he's on about?
So he hit the ball, carried on. Brooks found himself in the same sort of area.
Yeah.
Like it was like kind of in the trees. And Brooks just said to his caddy, "Oh, maybe I should call the ref over to get relief." Because, no, I think no. He said, "I've got an ant on my ball," or something like that. And obviously that got telegraphed and blown massively out of the picture. So that's another little bit of niggling about him. And then Brooks also said, I just don't understand how it takes 1 minute and 20 seconds to hit a golf ball. It's not that hard." And he didn't actually call out Bryson, but
yeah,
it is obvious that he was talking about Bryson. Yeah. So yeah, they've had a bit of beef and all that, and then obviously Bryson's won the PGA, or was it it was the US Open at Whistler? No, Whistler Straits? No, where was it?
Was it Pebble Beach?
No. It became a W. Anyway, he won it, and it's just been a kind of a weird thing going on back and forth between them.
Yeah.
But then when Bryson was playing in the Memorial or the PGA, when he was hitting the ball, everyone was shouting "Brooksy!"
Yeah.
to him, and he was actually getting people removed from from it. So Bryson then said about living inside of his head, and then they've had a few interviews where Bryson's been jumping over the back.
Yeah, no, that was at the US Open.
Yeah, just jumps over the back.
Photo bombed.
But
did a bit of a Mary Poppins in the background, didn't he?
Mate, he's a big lad. That's good for him.
Yeah.
To do that. But he did it as well. He did another one where Brooks is basically giving an interview, and Bryson walks past just chatting something, and Brooks just loses complete train of thought and just goes, sorry, I couldn't. I start again. And as he said that, he said something like, talking after shit. Like, so like, there's a lot of beef going on between them. I think it's quite funny. I think they should just put them in a group together.
Yeah,
just for shits and gigs.
Yeah,
I reckon that would be the most funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, I think they won't, or they won't go out of the way to do it. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
but they won't go out of the way to do it because the PGA are the respectable people, and they're just gonna be like, nah, we'll let it play. We don't want to.
Yeah,
mate, do it. Your ratings will go through the roof.
I know.
Might come up.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your thoughts about all of this, the gossip between them and all the hype?
I think it's funny. I know you got other professional golfers, like saying, "Oh, they're adults and this, that, the other," and it's like, so what?
Yeah, like
it's quite entertaining actually.
People, I'll literally just watch like Brooks's. I've gone onto YouTube and watched it.
Look at sportsmen nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest, they're quite boring, aren't they? They're not, but they're just not allowed to show their full or they won't because it just gets they have laid into, and there's no John Daly's or Sevy's or Alex Higginses about. Right? Do you know what I mean? There's no one. Okay, some of them are drinkers, but we just put, live with the heart in the sleeve. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you look at all these footballers. Like you saw Sterling give his.
That was terrible, wasn't it?
Just like, well, if we score a goal and they don't score a goal, then we'll win.
So boring.
Oh, Sterling,
it's like put me to sleep, please.
Oh, mate.
Although then you got someone like it's not golf, Jack Grealish, who does have a bit of charisma, a bit of character. I know everyone can't have that, but
he plays for your team, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Villa Sporter.
But yeah, I know where you're coming from. It's
and DeChambeau is quite interesting the way, obviously, his technique and everything. He's
a scientist, they call him.
Yeah, but obviously he's quite an interesting guy, isn't he?
He's actually just brought out his own YouTube channel.
Has he?
Yeah, and he's actually It's actually quite good. Like he's
I'll have to check it
proper
out.
weird, like proper weird.
Is he?
But he's like quirky,
Yeah.
and you just look at him. You're like, I don't know if you're like a massive douche or if you're just a massive nerd. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you look like a douche,
Yeah.
but you talk like a nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, and I actually think like if I could pick like someone on tour at the minute to play around a golf with, I would definitely pick Bryson.
Yeah.
Like he's just funny. Like
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think he'd be one of mine actually. I think Phil Mickelson as well, definitely, as I said.
yeah, everyone would pick Tiger.
Yeah. I would have picked Phil before him. I mean, just because.
Don't want to get the wheelchair out.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah. But I never liked Tiger growing up because he won everything. You know what us Brits are like?
We never win anything.
We hate winners. Do you know what I mean?
How
Once
dare you
people
win?
start winning, we're like, not into him anymore.
Unless he's British.
Yeah, but even then, we turn on him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like even Rory. Like
Yeah.
I know he's not English. He's
No, no, Northern Irish.
No.
Yeah.
So
He's
like,
Irish at the end of the day. That's it.
right, we'll draw a line underneath that one. We'll go with our next subject.
Yeah.
What time is it? 51 minutes. We've been jabbering, mate.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll keep going.
Yeah. Go for it.
Right.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go
So
for it.
go for it. We should do your favorite.
Favorite golfing moment.
Like this could be personal or like.
Mine is, I think, is it the 90 Ryder Cup? God, or the 91 at the Belfry.
Mate, I was -1.
Yeah, I know. When all the, I was very, very young.
Don't give away your age.
Yeah, and all the Americans in the match play on the last day, the singles, they was all smashing it into the water on the 18th. They kept hooking them into the water. And,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and we won that Ryder Cup. Do you know what I mean? I just remember the crowd going, "Way!" every time that one of the Yanks,
Where was it played?
The Belfry.
Were you there? Were you as well?
No,
No.
not at that one.
Because you'd live
Not that
relatively close
Yeah,
to that, yeah.
I could get there in under 40 minutes.
Bloody
Because it's the other side of Birmingham. I live the other side.
Oh,
That's the only, traffic.
the rough side.
Yeah, the rough side. But yeah, I remember watching it in the clubhouse at the golf course, and like everyone was just like, "Yeah," I was like, "This is amazing." That's why I loved the Belfry when I got to play there years and years ago for the first time.
It's
I
amazing.
I remembered all the holes just from that. Is it the 9th or 10th, the par 4 drive?
The drive ball 10th.
Yeah, I didn't get on the green, but I only used a 3-wood, that old shitty silver 3-wood.
Really?
Yeah, you know which one I'm on about.
Yeah. Well,
I went because if you go left, you can get away with it, can't you? Is that right?
that's what I hit drive and I went long left.
Long, and you're okay,
Yeah, 'cause
aren't you?
I played for my fade slice.
Yeah.
I just hit it dead straight.
Yeah. So I made it over and went there. I don't know what I ended up with, but I just remember going, "Yes, I made it with my shit 3-wood."
The thing is, like, we played there last year. We played the Brab, and then we went on to the Derby. But it's such a when you walk on there, it's just you're like, man, like some amazing players
Yeah.
have played this course.
Yeah.
And like the clubhouse as well. Like there was loads of COVID restrictions when we went there, so like we couldn't really walk around or see anything.
Okay. Yeah.
But we could see the house, and you could see how old it was. And
Yeah.
they've got like a club as you're coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a nightclub, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's all closed down now. I was well
Yeah.
gutted.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, we got a guy, JP, obviously plays in our society, and what should I say it? He might not have said it, or might have said it. Like, someone from our society said it. Right? Just in case anyone's watching or listening. But basically, they would go to a nightclub and they would basically try pulling a bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would try to pull the biggest bird. So
Oh,
when I was
right.
in college, we used to quit pig hunting. Oh man,
Yeah.
it sounds so bad, right? So we would go out. You go out. You'd find the dirtiest bird or biggest
Yeah.
bird, and you'd do stuff. And
Yeah.
you'd have a pants, right?
Yeah.
And you'd put a pants on the 18th flag.
Oh, okay.
So when you came out in the morning,
Yeah.
you would see if the pants are there. So whoever had the pants there would win. I don't know what they won or anything, but that's what they would do. And I remember the person telling me about this, and me just being like, "You must have been such a lad back in the day."
Yeah. At the Belfry as well.
Yeah, I know. Like, But they said they used to come out like quite early, so they would obviously go, because I'm sure they got like a swimming sauna and everything there.
Yeah.
So they would go out drinking, and they'd wake up at like 6 or 7 and go out there and try getting out there as the greenskeepers were going out. So they'd try to catch the pants on the 18th.
Well, you know, that nightclub there just looks so out of place.
It's weird.
You know, when first time I ever pulled in there, I was like, there's a fucking nightclub there. Do you know what I mean? What the fuck is that doing? We're at a golf course. There's a nightclub. Do you know what I mean?
Who's been in there? Tiger
We had a
busting
bar
moves.
this big that sold frozen chips. Do you know what I mean? At not my house Owen, not that one. At the municipal course. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what? The nearest nightclub was town.
Yeah, man, it was mental because when it pointed out to me, and I was like, it's a shed.
Yeah.
It's not massive as well, is it?
No.
It didn't look massive to me.
It looks like almost a swingers kind of club, doesn't it?
I
Do you know
didn't want to
what I mean?
say.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. Like, it looks like you walk in there and like you're coming out with like something that's going to stay with you for
Car
life.
keys are everywhere.
Just rubber packets everywhere.
But yeah, well, that's my favourite moment. I can't think of any others. I mean, I've enjoyed watching. As much as I didn't want him to win, me and my dad watching, like, we used to watch the Masters. It was particularly of an evening, you know.
Yeah.
And some of Tiger's antics, you know, on the last day, like the ball next to the hole, you know, chipping off from the side of the green, they drop in, do you know what I mean? We didn't want him to win.
No.
Do you know what I mean? We were voting, going for someone else. We're like, oh my God, can you believe he's just done that?
Unreal.
Do you know what I mean?
Mate,
So stuff like that.
I can't. I probably won't be able to top that, mate.
No?
No. Like, well,
Can you think of any?
a personal one.
Yeah.
I reckon the best thing for me was probably okay. So we were meant to be playing at Staden Heights for like the society,
Yeah.
and we had it all planned out, and everyone was all ready for it, and we got some bad weather. This at the beginning part of the year, and they had basically had like 1 to 6 hole open, then 7, 8, and 9 were closed, and then or whatever it was, and it was like, oh, and everyone was like, oh, I don't want to play there. We won't play it. So me and my dad, we sat down, and we were literally calling every golf course in Devon and Cornwall. Like, this is like 9 o'clock, and we wanted to get a tee time for 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And we must have called. Oh man, I think I called 12, and I think my dad called 10 courses, and we got Merlin Golf Course.
Where's that?
Like down Cornwall, like not down Cornwall.
Depth or not?
No, it's like Midlands. It was like they didn't have 6 fingers. It was alright.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But,
Still Devonish.
No, it was Cornish.
No. Was it?
It was 100% Cornish. But we got there, and so I think we only had like 12 of us booked in for Staden, and ended up having like 16 of us turn up at there.
Yeah.
So all of us just bought there, and we're all just, the only reason we're there is just because we wanted to have a social with the guys.
Yeah.
And we teed off and everything, and everyone played, and it was wet, it was boggy, it wasn't the best conditions, but everyone had like so much fun. And to see like all the guys being like, thank you for organising and everything was quite a nice little moment.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Quite a nice little moment, yeah.
Yeah.
That was quite nice and touching for me.
Yeah.
Not as good as
tissue.
No, it wasn't that good out there. But it's not as good as pants on the 18th of Belfry.
Yeah, I know.
So, should we... Well, we've reached an hour mark now, so we probably want to wrap it up, don't we?
Yeah.
Save some of the content for next time.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Don't forget to like our page.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, give us any comments, advisories maybe.
Mate,
I don't know.
I put let's drag it out a bit more, but
Yeah.
I put on our Instagram. Obviously, it gets like 100 followers. So get across to Off Tee Podcast and follow. But I put on it Q&A. Any questions you want us to answer?
Yeah.
And literally, I got nothing. But like the one that stood out to me was, get your dick out.
Really? I'm not doing that.
And I was like, if the people want that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think with time, with followers, and if you guys keep on at us and keep watching us, you will grow to hopefully like the page and we can grow as a podcast
Yeah.
together. And you like hearing us talk. So if you're in a car and you're just driving to work or driving somewhere long distance, or if you're sat down watching it on YouTube, then we appreciate your support. Just keep liking, keep viewing, and keep sharing, and spread the word.
Yeah. In the future, we're planning to have a few competitions, aren't we? Giveaways and all this kind of shit.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to,
Stop rattling your mic.
sorry, I was trying to get the little emblem up at the camera.
Oh, okay.
Just sponsor me.
Oh, SE Electronics. Thanks very much.
Cheers. No, but so we will be looking at doing some giveaways and stuff, but obviously we just want to get it going in a minute. It's all very fresh, all very new to us. We've got the audio pretty much down to a T, haven't we? Hopefully the picture quality is all good and everything. So
if it's not, the next one will definitely be better image-wise.
Maybe,
yeah.
possibly.
But we're growing, so.
Yeah, we're growing. We're growers, not showers.
So yeah, is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Cheers for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening and watching. Yeah, of course.
We'll see you we'll also add
Go on.
that we'll be out every Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
So
yeah,
we'll make it a weekly thing.
Yeah.
So every Thursday we'll be out. So look out. All platforms.
nice one.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.